Hello everyone, welcome to 2 and 3D. So today we're going to be working on Eric Cartman from South Park. So what I did here was I repurposed an old character I made. That is a Donald Trump South Park styled character. So what I'm doing, you see, this is like Donald Trump's brow. So I'm just remaking it in as much as, well, I could not use this one because Eric Cartman has a unique kind of eyebrow. So I had to just recreate everything. But basically, it's just what I did was I drew his eyebrow and then converted it into a brush. It just makes things easier because when you are using a brush, then you just have to worry about maybe like two anchor points. Like it's easier to manipulate it to whatever like whatever position you want it at. But in this case, what I did was, considering that his eyebrow doesn't bend, it just moves. So it just moves to a particular position or something like that. So instead of, well, I could just use the drawn version and just move it around, but still using brush is still fine. So that is what I did. So what I'm doing currently is I'm creating an in-between from what I think is like the default position of his brow, and then I'm creating an in-between. So this is like the raised eyebrow, that like a surprise kind of position, and then I'm creating an in-between just to smooth it out a bit, just so that it doesn't move from one position to the other in like just like that. So just to make it a bit smoother, you have to put an in-between like that. So one thing you need to know about characters like this is okay, in my own case, when I was working on this, I actually got the idea to work on this from a particular client of mine who wanted the character to actually, the major trigger that he actually wanted was for the character to just sync, and that's what you saw in the intro there. But since I actually want to publish this on the site, I decided to add triggers that I feel people might actually need. I might update some of those triggers later on, because I actually ended up seeing some few hand movements and body movement that I would actually like to have on this character. But for now, all that I did was I stuck to like the major movements that I've seen in South Park, all those like pointing and stuff like that. Those are the few triggers I stuck to. So what we have here is the hand from the repurposed character, that is the Donald Trump character, and all I did was I recolored it to his that's Cartman's skin tone, that's for his palm. And then I initially wanted to use this arm, but this arm is too long. So what I ended up doing was I recreated. Well, it's really difficult to see Cartman's arm because his black shirt is like, there's hardly any way you'll be able to see his like his the arm aside from his fingers. So I just imagined that this is how it should be, and then I recreated that, and then I converted it into a brush. And the reason why I do convert it into a brush, like I've said so many times, is because I need it to have lesser anchor points, just so that I can easily manipulate it. Alternatively, you could just use your character and then use the warp tool, but eventually some of these things, when you come to edit them later on, it might be a hassle for you. But in my own case, just converting it to a brush makes it way easier, because you could just move a particular point and just adjust it just like that, and everything works out fine, like what I'm doing here. So you see, all I'll do is pick an anchor point, bend it, so you see that it just warps to that particular point, and then you could just place things, move things around easily. Okay, so one other tip I want you to like put in mind is, okay, like when I'm creating character with Adobe Illustrator, like I just need to replace certain things around. Just, you could still have an old character that you have rigged in Adobe Character Animator, and all you just need to do is like open the file, that's the AI file or the Photoshop file. Well, let me start with AI file. So with the AI file, you could just come and then move things around, maybe edit some few things, and then all you just need to do is save that. Even if you save it with a different name, all you just need to do is open your character animator, and then you replace the I forgot what it's called. It's sort of like the original file. So you replace the old AI file with the new AI file that you have created. That's for the new character. The name of the character will change. And what you now have is that same character. You now have a new character with all the rigs. So it will inherit the rigs from the old character that you're repurposing. So I tried that in Photoshop severally. Honestly, something always breaks. Like I don't know what it is. Maybe I'm not getting the arrangement well, or maybe the what is it called, the layers and some other few things are messing some things up or so. I don't know, but I've tried it so many times, and what I end up getting is sometimes I get the character will be able to do certain things, but some other thing will break. So I don't know, that's an advantage for AI for me. So it's easier to do this with AI. So now I've imported it into Adobe Character Animator, and as you can see, I just repurposed the Donald Trump character directly to this one. So I just replaced the file, and boom, we have this one. And there are certain triggers that I needed to add, so I added them, like the squint, because the original version doesn't have that. So I drew that, and then I replaced that, and then I added that as a trigger in Character Animator. And then there's some things that you might have to adjust, because especially this character is not the same size with the Donald Trump's character. This character is a bit smaller. At least his legs are a bit shorter. And so there are just certain things that you move around. Maybe you come to the body, check the body, and see if the waist and all those parts are still placed correctly. Then you just move them around. Check if the stick or the fixed areas, the areas that you made fixed, are still placed correctly, and then you just place them. So all you just end up doing is moving things around, and then maybe if you're adding triggers like me, in my own case, you just add some other few things that might have broken. You could just check, and you have everything set already. Like it's really easy. So I basically did not even rig this character. Like I did not rig it. I just went in and just added a few things, just worked. It basically inherited every single rig from the repurposed the character that the original character that is repurposed to this one currently. So this is basically how to do it. Honestly, this character was a bit easy to make, aside from those special triggers that I had to make. I hope that I will actually make more of South Park characters. I think I might actually just go through and just make all the other South Park characters and just have them on the site. So this character is available on the site. You could go, the link will be in the description. Just go and get one and check. You could even add your own triggers, because there's so many things that I missed. So if you get this character now, you have a lifetime lifetime access to it. So whenever I update the character, you'll be able to still go back and still re-download it. So that's actually an advantage. So that's basically it. You could keep watching. I actually have another video that I'm going to be covering. I'm going to be covering a particular, because some people have asked me how do I animate and stuff like that. So I'm going to actually do that in the next video. I'm going to show you how I created the video that you saw, the intro video, and the video that is going to play at the end of this tutorial. So thank you for watching. Please give us a like, give us a sub. It will help us reach more people, and it will also help us to reach you more contents like this in the future. Thank you, and bye for now.
If I let